So what I wanted to do is show you all the things that people have broken in and sabotaged and broken in every place I've lived, even in trailer RV parks. Okay, starting with this bicycle. Now, I rode this to the store, and then I rode it back and bought brand new grips, and I showed you someone picked off the grips. It's not a big deal, but if you ride this and you just bought brand new stuff and there's all chips all over it or whatever, okay, that's one. That's small. Here's another one. They do shit like that. They'll come in and they'll do stuff like that, or if they're in your phone all the time. If you don't think that this is happening, you're an idiot, okay? So what they do is they're on your, this is the new identity thievery, is so they're in your phone, they see what you're looking at, and they'll have any of their friends that are in on the hustle break stuff that they know you're going to buy. Okay, now I just bought this. Okay, now these are brand new tires. See how there's no holes poked in them? That is stock. See that? Okay. Now, this is what these shitbags do, and this happened in this apartment, okay, with locks on the windows, okay? This is the type of thing that they do. They grab something brand new that you just bought, okay? See that pinhole? See that pinhole? Okay, because they're so stupid that they don't realize that there's foam inside these tires. That's how dumb these tweaker meth heads are that come inside every apartment I've had and they damage your things. Okay? That's just one tire. Every tire has that on it. Okay? And I've driven the new tires in the exact same spot as the old tires. See that? Pinhole. All 4 tires are like that. But the people that do this are so stupid that they don't realize that these tires don't have air in them. It's usually foam inserts. Okay, so that's 2. Then I bought, okay, this is bought in Tucson, and then I drove it back down south here, so they damaged this in my apartment after I bought it, while I was at the VA getting stock to the VA. That's how crooked the American government is. Then you got these headphones. These I used one time at the gym in Bullhead, which is 450 miles away. You can't use them anymore. Someone jammed them. Which is what they did with this. The whole thing stopped working, and now I got it to where just the steering servo was burned out. Now, that does happen, but I'd been running this forever, and I run it on half power, okay? So that's the wheels, that's the electronics that they jammed here in Sierra Vista, and then you'll see here, I'm going to take this tape off, okay? This is very obvious. Okay, give me a second. They will break in to wherever you live, does not matter, and this is the New World Order. Okay? And this is no joke. Okay? Now, you see how this is cut? That wire is severed? Right there? Okay, how come the little gray wire right next to it didn't get cut if that's a natural cut? See that? So they'll come in and they'll make a precision cut and then they'll go, oh, well, look, you don't take care of your stuff. Well, how come this, if this got caught in here under the body, how come that little gray wire didn't get caught too? Okay, so that's the tires, all 4 tires. They're stupid and they think they would flatten them by poking them because they're meth heads. They fry your electronics with jammers. They break in and they'll try to cut your wires because these are LiPo batteries. Those things will explode. They're like magnesium blocks on Volkswagens. Okay? So, but they're so stupid that they poke holes in tires that don't hold air. They cut precision cuts and then try to make it look natural. If that was a natural cut, that little gray wire would have been cut too. Okay? Let's see, what else? So you got the bike grips. This bike has not left the room since I had those grips on it. So someone came in and picked at it. Okay? When you go to look at something, that's targeting. This is the country. This isn't all inside stuff, but they take advantage of it, and people in gangs will target you as well. But this is corporate blacklisting. This is social blacklisting. Okay? This is social credit, and this is the New World Order. And China and All America's governors, politicians, they love that shit. Okay? So they break in and they're allowed to do this. You're falsely watch listed, and every time you buy something, they damage it. 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 Okay? They damage her. They've come in to a locked truck and poked that eye. See how it's always running? It's been like that ever since 2020 in Rancho Cucamonga, California, where all the U.S. Marines are sticking up for each other, which is bullshit because they were all trafficking people and they got caught and arrested by DOJ in uniform on Camp Pendleton. So there you go. That's got something to do with it. So all the criminals in the country are blaming all the innocents. So they fucked with my guitar and my bass guitar. Oh, this is my favorite one. Now, I had the gentleman at Walmart, sorry about that. I had the gentleman at Walmart teach me how to do this because you got two options with these guns. You got break barrel, which is what this is, or you got pump. Okay? So, this is a brand new gun, and this is when I did not have a house or an apartment yet. They come in. Look at that. Oh, the screw sheared off. Brand new gun. So let's see how many pieces of equipment. Okay, I bought this in Sierra Vista when I was living in a travel trailer. They break into your travel trailer and they fuck your stuff up. Okay, I bought this in Tucson and drove an hour back. While I was at the VA getting stocked to the VA, which those videos and pictures are on, they come in and poke holes in all four tires because they're too stupid to realize that these tires don't hold air. And then when that doesn't work, they jam your electronics, which did send out the steering servo, but everything else still works. Then, when that didn't work, or prior to that, they come in and try to sever a battery cable and try to cause a fire. But look how precision that is. There's no way that that little gray cable would get missed, is there? Very slim chance. So that's January 2023, February, 2 weeks ago, 2023, and they've already damaged the steering servo. They cut a cable, and they poked all four tires, which doesn't do any fucking thing, but that's what they do to your stuff. They pick at your stuff if it's brand new, and a lot of people, and this is across the country, they're living for free because they're out on the street, and COVID put them in homeless shelters, and then COVID pushed them out of homeless shelters into hotels. So these people would do this anyway, but now they have free housing and free food, and they're allowed to do this shit. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with the headphones. All those things were purchased within the last 4 months, and every single one of them has been damaged. Okay? Now, that still works, but now you got to tap this out, get a tap and die, back that out, and order a brand new screw, or you look like you don't take care of your stuff. That doesn't matter because these people are so stupid. Those are foam insert tires, morons. This, okay, isn't the battery, but they are trying to fry our electronics, and when that didn't work, I got bad news for you dumbasses. I was an electronics tech for over a decade in the military. When that didn't work, they came by with a jammer, and the guy stood this close to me at 11 at night, and then all of a sudden my truck stopped working. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and they'll come in and they'll break this open, and this is all an excuse because they go, oh, that guy's crackhead, tweaker, whatever, because they're the crackhead, the tweaker, the child trafficker, the drug trafficker, whatever. So look, all this stuff here, they've damaged all this stuff, and some of it never even leaves the room. So who's doing it? People nearby. Okay, so that's the American government. That's social credit. That's social blacklisting. People are allowed to break in. There's 4 cameras on every residence I've lived in. This happened to my real vehicle that I've shown you. So I can show you and I can prove to you across the country in 39 states that people are targeted and fucking complete and total shitbag criminal felons that should be in jail until they're fucking done being a fucking idiot. Not an age, not a sentence, until they're done being a fucking criminal piece of shit. Look at how much stuff is in here. And some of this stuff is used. And I've bought nicer stuff to put on it, and they'll pick at that. Because they can't get it because they're such a sack of shit that they ruin their own life, and this is the only kind of pleasure they get is breaking into innocent people's houses and damaging a fucking toy, headphones, speakers, a bicycle, and they'll do it to your own vehicle too, and they'll come in and they'll put solvent and coolant, which I still have the other dish in my trailer, in your dog's dish. And the police and the sheriffs and the DOJ and the DHS do fucking nothing. So I can show you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 items just here in the last 2-3 months that they come in and break. Brand fucking new or old with new parts on it. And you know what's done about it? Nothing. More people come out. Oh, there's more crime. Well, we better come out and circle the whole fucking area in red, white, blue, and orange. That's what they do. Let me count that again. Sierra Vista Police Department. What are you guys doing, man? I've had to talk to you guys several times. I've been kicked out of places because I catch fucking tweaker meth heads doing this shit, breaking my brand new fucking rifle at Riparian, and then they'll call the sheriff on you and tell them that you threatened them with said rifle, big fat body bitch in a fucking dually. They'll break into your apartment that's got 3 cameras on it that people follow you around constantly, but nobody saw anybody break in and do this, or this, or this, or this, or this, or this, and you know what? I don't do that to people. Okay, so that is America as it stands. If you want to have, none of this stuff is nice. This is all middle of the road or used stuff. Okay, if you want to have nice stuff in this country, sorry, you're gonna get the floor view. If you want nice stuff in this country, you gotta have cameras, locks, and you gotta have someone in your house at all times, and they'll also tinker with your DVD and or your Blu-ray. Now, I've lived in several spots where the apartments face each other and there's cameras and it's gated and it's coded. And you know what? These fucking crooks that work for the government, nobody ever sees them. I've seen them and I've got a couple of them on camera. That's the American government. That's the American way right now. Okay? Black people hate white people. White people hate black people. Black people and white people don't want Mexicans in here. Mexicans want to come in here and the borders are getting dissolved and Canadians and Mexicans are coming in here. But everybody's so focused on doing dumb, piddly shit like this to innocent people. And you know what? This has been happening my whole life. This is what the contractors do. If you're thinking about being a contractor and you think you're going to be some fucking James Bond motherfucker, this is what you're really going to do. You're going to be a petty thief, third string government pawn. You're going to break in and you're going to fuck people's stuff up just because you're a piece of shit and that's the only job you can get. And you're going to poison people's animals and you're going to punch them and you're going to try to get people in trouble for animal abuse when really it was you because you're a crook and you're trying not to go to jail for fucking 5, 10, 15, 20 years the rest of your life. Okay? None of this stuff is top dollar. None of this stuff is brand new except that. And they come right in and you can see what they do. And I'm on camera for 10 minutes with the guy from Walmart and the sporting goods making sure we're doing this properly. Oh, I'm sorry, I bought this in Fort Mojave. I'm sorry, I take that back. A member of the Fort Mojave Fire Department was walking around. I bought this in Fort Mojave, Arizona in Mojave County. Excuse me, so I know exactly what fat piece of shit did that. Robert. Yeah, you go fuck yourself. That's what happens in Mojave County. It's a bunch of fucking shitbag thieves that all get caught and then they all group together. Okay, so every one of these things has been broken by somebody I know or one of their friends. A syndicate.